Hello and welcome back one more time to the CIS Closed Qualifiers here in the MDL Chengdu Major. This is the CIS region. We have Flowers versus jfshfh178 battling out in Group B for superiority. And these are both the two open qualifier teams trying to fight out to see who's the best. And Flowers are one game behind. Best of 2 series, JSFH trying to finish things off nice and quickly with these really fast drafts. I mean, they're just flying through them right now. I barely got enough time to play the ads. Let's have a look at what they've picked up so far. We have a Sand King group, Keeper of Light and Ember Spirit picked up by Flowers. Meanwhile, JFSH, they have grabbed the Lush Track, the Faceless Void, the Lich, and the Night Stalker. Nice couple of combinations here. Of course, the Faceless Void and the Lich going to be always a nice one. El Clasico there to bounce around that ball inside the Chronosphere. And everyone's stuck still. Meanwhile, Flowers, they have got the, well, not many combos, but they've just got generally a good lineup. The ability to put on a lot of pressure, you know, the ability to kind of control the fights. They've got a nice team fight again. You know, they seem to be very keen on getting the nice fight going for themselves. Void, one of the popular carries right now. Meanwhile, Flowers either going to have the Ember as a carry or they'll put him in the mid lane. Odie was banned out by Flowers in the actually now JSFH gonna go for the Invoker again. Gracious. Okay. Sorry, I should elaborate. I didn't mean Invoker again as in they played the last game. I mean Invoker again as in we've just seen a ton of Invoker recently. We've seen a ton of Invoker recently. And it's been varying success. I mean, it was Flowers that took the Invoker last game, but we've seen him seeing in most games.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the hero's good right now. I just think that it's a nice hero to pick when you don't know what you're coming against at mid. Because you can go Exort, you can go Quas. Both are pretty viable right now. Also, nice combination with the Faceless Void if he does go for the Exort. Well, the nice easy Sunstrikes to set up for. Certainly good options with this hero. Flowers, one last pick remaining. Maybe they put the Ember at mid. Maybe they do it some other thing. I'd like to see a decent carry coming out from them. Oh, they go for the Alchemist. Okay, this hero hasn't been popular recently, but they're going to grab him anyway. Flowers still looking to find some success with the Alch. I mean, you know, Alchemist is always going to be good. You know, he's always going to have his place. He can always farm faster than anybody else in the game if you give him the chance. Whether they'll have that chance, a different question entirely. Now it does look like Ash is going on Ember Spirit in the mid lane, and Barra is going on Alchemist safe lane. So it's going to be Pikachu Invoker versus Ush Ember Spirit. I'm so excited to see if he goes for the Quas build yet, or if he is going to commit to the Exort. Because I'd like to see an Exort build. We haven't seen one yet. They've all been Quas Works Invokers. It's, you know, fun and all, but it's not, you know, 6 Sunstrike time with the Void in the game. You know, that's always a promising aspect. Coddle also absolutely hates Night Stalker. I mean, I think everybody hates Night Stalker right now, but specifically Coddle and Ember Spirit, they really hate this guy. Just being unable to get rid of his silence is so annoying. Constantly on top of you. And here we go with game number 2 in this best of 2 series. It is J178SFS. I can't remember what they're called. They're called something really stupid. J178, we'll just call them. Versus Flowers here at the Chengdu CIS Closed Qualifier Groups. Everyone's got to play each other to find out who's going to battle for control at the top. You're going to have another 1-1. Gotta be honest, I feel like 178 have got this, especially after last game, but we'll see what happens. I mean, there's always the chance of the Alchemist going out of control. It's always a risk, isn't it? But I like what they're doing, you know, picking this Alchemist here, which we haven't seen a lot of recently. Maybe they can mix stuff up. Maybe they can pull out a surprise. I hope so.
"30 seconds to battle."
With this game, I mean, everybody's drawn so far in this group. Obviously, if, you know, it doesn't really matter what happens next. 178 will technically be ahead of the group by the end of this, but that's only because they're the first team to play 2 games. But if they pull out the win, then they'll be in a pretty good position too. I mean, they'll definitely be top 2 by the end of the day.
The battle begins.
Sadoi fighting up with Petashara for the rune. Petashara has just got the quicker fingers though. Plantimus takes him at bottom. And that means it's going to be 2 apiece again. Shush. On the safe lane Ember Spirit. Okay, so they are putting the Alchemist mid. That's good to see, actually. I thought Ush was their mid player, but it seems they're willing to switch it up, which is good. Because I think this is better for the Alch. Does very well against Invoker. That's what I've heard, anyway. I mean, Crossflex Invoker is always a little bit different to regular Invoker, and we you know, it used to be the only thing we saw at mid, but now we see more Crossflex than anything, but I still think it's an advantage to the Alch. Let's just try and line up down here at bottom. But yeah, Barbin off to a really good start in this mid lane. And he's going to be able to get this deny here as well, yeah. Landing that quite nicely. Pikachu. It's a slow start. But I mean, I doubt much is going to happen on this top lane. Meanwhile, there's a TP down to bottom. As we're trying to get sneaky here, maybe on the Night Stalker. Can't get anything done. Oh, no, never mind. He's just going to come and charge it into lane. What up, boys? Let's go. And Happy TP's up to the top lane as he's going to be left alone versus the Faceless Void for the time being. And now he gets his friend back. So, Void, I'm not sure Void's happy enough, but solo versus Sadoi, though. Grab these creeps. Dan makes his way over as well, so it's a 2 versus 2. But yeah, this Night Stalker is probably going to bully out the Ember Spirit a little bit here, which isn't what the Flowers wanted, but they don't get much of a choice, unfortunately. Lane swaps continue. Well, Pikachu's going to run over and just grab this cute little regeneration. Himself nice and healthy again at bottom. Not much is happening at bottom, actually. I thought I was trying to go for the Sleight of Fist play, but didn't have chains yet, of course. We only really see Sleight of Fist Flame Guard. Nobody ever goes for chains early anymore. It's just not popular, even in lane. Top lane, Sadoi. He's getting hit up a little bit here, but there's a Frost Shield coming down, slowing down that nasty little Sand King. He's running out of space. He's running out of life, and that's going to be a first blood going to Palantimus. And now the Void smacking goddamn in as well with that Battle Fury of his, but I mean the cosmetic, by the way. He doesn't have a Battle Fury yet. There you go. It's an auspicious Battle Fury. Void has such ugly sets. Look at this guy. Why? What's this thing on his head? Oh well, like, I guess he's an interesting... Oh no, they're going again. They're going to get that Frost Shield out onto the Void once more. Still chasing goddamn under the tower, but no, doesn't go for it. Voices Void backs off, even though Lift was already used, but just didn't want to keep on chasing like that with Sadoi coming in from behind, even though he doesn't have the stun. This makes him a very passive laner, though, this Sand King. Can't really help out if they do start going on the Rubik. So he's sent back to base twice in a row. He's got a lot of money, I guess. Meanwhile, Alk is non-cupatory. What? His non-cupatory. Kinda cute, he pronounced it wrong. Wow, Alchemist. Racer, Gauntlet. Dude wants to get tanky. Soul Ring gonna be bought out by him. That's what the 2 gauntlets were for. Meanwhile, up in the mid lane. Oh, okay, suicided. Fair enough. See you later. Not quite sure what was going on there, but yeah. I dude had enough. Well, that's just being beat up by Bignum. Bignum's actually gone for the Lightning Storm build in lane, which is very unusual. We don't see this very often at all, actually. I mean, usually these Leshraks will go for it at some stage, but not this early on. Whoosh. Blasting around the fights here. With that sleight of fist, meanwhile Sidoi, he's being stared at by Plantimus and Happy Dairora here. With Goddamn coming over, they should be able to keep him safe, although there's a cold snap now onto the Rubik. He just wants to focus on getting this bounty rune and then maybe getting himself out, but I don't really think that's going to happen. Goddamn might be going down here. I'm surprised he's not trying to go north to deny himself, but unfortunately going to get killed off in the trees. Tornado will finish the job. Pikachu will take that kill. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Petshara trying to beat down Ush. Akanat trying to do what he can to force him back. Does have a blinding light to play with as well if he needs it. Everything is safe for Ember Spirit for now. He's still pinging it. He's still going for him time and time again. Punching at Ember. Joy taking some hits from Lich as well. Oh, Petashura and maybe in some trouble here. The blast, though, a little bit off the mark. Petashura is able to dodge that one out, and he will be surviving for the time being. Yeah, I'm guessing he just got burnt down by the Flame Guard a little bit more than he expected. And, of course, Coddle being able to reduce the Ember Spirit's cooldowns is very effective for him in lane as well. So, nice little lane combo between the two of them. King just waddling around on low HP. Oh, Lich is like, oh, cool, boy, a freak. No, you can't see him. It's nighttime. What's our Alchemist up to? Oh, he's found some lovely little creeps here. He absolutely loves farming up these golems for precisely that reason, as you see them all explode there. And again, he can find some more. Delicious. Goes over to the hard camp, and they can. These are also a good creep. Oh, he missed the acid spray a little bit though. It's like a fool farming like this. Look at that, all that extra gold coming in from those little boys. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Rubik's just trying to hold it down against Pikachu, but Pikachu's trying to get more and more impatient as he goes aggressive. Meanwhile, up at top, Sidoi has to get the Burrow Strike out. Looks like he's just about successful as the blasts off the Frost Shield don't quite connect. And Baraban just continuing to farm the jungle. More golems? No, not this time. Golems? No. Golems. No. No golems. No more golems. Thank God. Yeah, I mean, you always need to look at the effective value of each of these camps, you know. The golems are probably, at this stage, the most valuable. Oh, Ush. Okay here. I feel like he might be dead. He hasn't used a split earth, though. Bignum just didn't use it. Okay. They're going to have to pop the ultimate to try and go into the tower for Ush right now, but Ush still trying to fight it up, but they'll be able to grab him all the same. Petashara able to beat him down. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Sidoi also takes a fall to Petashara. Sorry, to Palantimos, I believe that was. Yes, it was indeed. Now he has a Chronos. That was without Chronosphere, and getting a kill on a Void without Chrono is kind of surprising. You don't really see that very often. They couldn't... I don't think he wants to use Chrono on Sidoi anymore. They have something vital or rotation or something like that. Well, Akanat looking for vision. Alk getting very large indeed. Boca wants to kind of see him here, but in the nighttime he's struggling to make eyes. I think he just saw him maybe catching a glimpse of on the ward. They come down behind onto a Rubik here. He have the damage to finish him off though. He's barely doing anything in fact. He brings him down not even to half HP. Rubik absolutely fine in the middle lane. Still just holding down this lane as best he can, to be honest. He's got the Fade Bolt, Telekinesis. It's enough to keep him alive, and that's all they need. Just someone to hold down the mid lane whilst the Alchemist goes to hit the jungle and get as many creeps as possible, especially with his DD. I like asking people every now and again what rune they would most like to see in the game. I've seen some people say Magic Immunity. Oh, Rubik, goodbye, sir. It's been nice knowing you. Magic Double Damage is a popular suggestion. Magic Immunity rune is a popular suggestion. Rune of Sight as well, which gives you extra sight. I always like that one. I thought that was a cool idea. I think Magic Double Damage would be a little bit too overpowered though, because you just like see that, you just go, oh, okay, Lina, come take this rune. Okay, Lina can one-shot you now. Goodbye. Same with OD. Like, some heroes would just be completely disgusting on it. I mean, you could say the same about double damage, but it's really not the same. Oh, Centaurs. These guys aren't worth it all. Are we going to help out? Nope. And the Tomato camp as well. Those are two awful camps for Alchemist. But he's been getting good ones so far, so whatever. And now Pikachu, well, we'll see Alchemist. Alchemist has ultimate available. Will pop it and now try and get himself away. But round the trees, Pedishura is on top of him as well, and they should be able to grab this. He's regenning, but not quickly enough. The rest of the team were distracted by the bounty runes, and they were able to grab them, actually. But now Usher's going to grab another one in response, and they also get the kill onto Bignum as well. So Flower, I'm not going to be too mad about that one, honestly. Oh, wait, yes, they are. They lost their Alchemist. Never mind. Now, ow. The cold snap, the urn, the cold snap. The tornado will miss, but I don't think Pedishura cares. He's just going to keep on beating him down. Now, Ash comes into this one. The nighttime is over, and he can look towards Invoker right now, but with Bignum on top of him, they're forcing him back. Ush has to run away. Can't hang around any longer for this gank. Really want to try and finish off that Invoker there, but just didn't have the damage. Just a case of the Invoker being mid lane and being level 9. The levels were a little bit closer. He could have finished off that Invoker, no problems at all, but alas, it was not to be. Now Sadoy is playing around with Happy Diorara here, but with this Void coming through is kind of painful. Kind of very painful. They're going to get this kill right now, and there's nothing you can do about that. God damn's just stealing spells, throwing them back at them, but nothing's going to stop Sadoy passing away. They send Ekanart to the mid lane just to defend it out. They've done a good job of just keeping this middle tower relatively unscathed, but now Pikachu is getting on top of Ekanart right now, and this is a freebie. That is a kill and a half. Pikachu is going to grab that one. Now dominating actually on this Invoker. Top of net worth as well, as he's got a full Spirit Vessel completed. Scary stuff. It's been a while since I've seen an Invoker take over a game, but I'm very welcome to see it, as Ash, running from Palantimos, doesn't have this Chronosphere up right now, but he's actually going for the Mithril Hammer. But this is what we like to see, a nice high-tempo game, but yeah, 178 really kind of controlling this game right now. In fact, they are doing more than controlling this game. They're destroying this one, but they have got an Alchemist farming, but he's not even out farming Pikachu. Pikachu's getting so many kills. This will help a bit. Oh. He messed up the stack. It must have been very close. They look like they're out there.
A flash of inspiration. Thanks be to you.
I don't know how he messed that one up. Must have just been a creep just with a foot inside the box.
Invisibility.
One edit. Thrown onto the Rubik. Rubik right now. There's the EMP coming onto him as well, and Rubik will get beaten down by the Night Stalker. Good night, sir. He did pop the ultimate for that, which seems a little bit over the top, but now actually sees the Alchemist as well. Surely he can't get this kill as well. I mean, he's got the Void. He's going to keep punching him. Now he gets the ultimate out of him at the very least. Meanwhile, down the bottom, they get the kill onto Ush as well. Kills across the board as Bignum and Palantimos team up and destroy Ush.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is Void. He's grabbed himself a Maelstrom. Mid lane. The Alchemist tries to come in here, and he's just going to lose all of his mana and a lot of his health as well, just as this Chemical Rage ends. So, really miserable time for this Alchemist thus far as Pikachu backs himself out. And just running in, poking in pressure, and then never giving Flowers enough of a chance to hang around to mobilize some sort of defensive strategy against them.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
The Doy scuttling around. The Veil queued up. Oh, happy. Happy. Durara. He's not happy any longer. Okay, so Flower get their second kill of the game. Catching a Lich in the river. Greedy river Lich. Be happy with that one. Meanwhile, Palantimos pushes down bottom lane. He's looking for a BKB next. That's a I want to end the game kind of item.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's pretty important you get that. You don't really want to have to worry about Kotl inside the Chronosphere, so yeah, definitely go for the BKB. Rubik as well, kind of annoying.
Bottom tower is
Woke up behind Pedishara here. Sadoy hanging as far away as he physically can in the sandstorm. They seem to think
Dire
there's
are
someone farming here,
scanning.
which is weird because they have a ward up, so they distinctly know that no one's farming here. But they predict it wisely. In his way in. Wow, what a prediction, actually. But they're a little bit scared off from this one, actually, as they break off from the commitment onto Barra. Barra's like, oh, okay, I guess I live. And down at bottom, they're actually going in onto Plantimos here. Plantimos going to turn around with the Chronosphere, but actually catch his teammate in it. And now the Ignis Sparta's coming down. Needs to back themselves away. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the Night Stalker's going to be getting out of this one alive. He's moving his way over, but the blast is coming through. Comes into the Invoker, dodges out the Ember Sphere. Oh, still gets caught out, though. Caustic Finale actually finishes the job. Rare we see that happen. Now faces Void actually tries to come in from behind, but he gets himself caught out, but luckily he'll back himself out. Meanwhile, Sodoi is just finished off. Varan thinking of coming through onto this one, but he's just going to put down some acid, and that's about it. He's actually getting some creep for that as Palantimos, he's going to fall. No time walk back him way. He's going to live, amazingly. Ush couldn't close the gap. Meanwhile, Tornado, oh, nice. That bounces to the coddle and gets him a cheeky little kill. The Lich with the Ice Blast. Chain of Frost kill. Now Ush being run down. He's still got a remnant to work with, so should be okay unless they're ready for him when he comes out the other side. The Sinister Gaze comes out. EMP as well. They need a little bit more damage, but they will have it. The Spirit Vessel is on him as well as Happy throws down the Frost Shield to keep himself happy. Sodoi trying to play around inside the Sandstorm, but he'll be okay. You know, blistering out northward. Invoker. He's got the Frost Shield on him, but that does not make you invincible. He grabs that little kill, but also ends up going down to goddamn, so fairly costly one there. I'm not too sure what the play was. Well, Sodoi is able to finish off this Veil, so at least some of them are hitting timings right now in this ridiculously aggressive game. Barber as well, he's managed to grab that Radiance, so he should be able to keep himself on top of that net worth chart a little bit longer. Still, he's nowhere near as ahead as he wants to be. Plantimos has some stacks to farm here as well. Makes it a little bit more efficient. I remember the days when stacks were like the most efficient thing in Dota. You have like supports just dedicated to stacking like all the time. That was weird. I didn't like that time. Mostly because I couldn't stack at that time, so I just felt a bit... Me and the boys going for a smoke. Petashara leading the charge. They haven't found anybody yet, but the fact that a ward just came down means that they know something is going wrong here. Sodoi in the trees is able to break the smoke. That's nicely done. They see Ekanat home. They're going to try and go onto both of them here, but they see both. Who do they go for? They split the pack. One of them going for Keeper of the Light, and Bignum and Petashara are able to take him down. Now the rest turn towards Sodoi, and Sodoi, he's not going to be lasting too long. The Sand King is killed. Shell equals cracked. Now Ush just pushing up this top lane right now. He's circling jungle, probably asking for vision in there so he can farm that safe side a little bit longer. Now they see the Alchemist, but the Alchemist, he's a little bit hard of a cookie to crack. They're still hanging around. They're still thinking about this one. Bignum did eventually end up going for the Edict points. And now seeing the Alk trying to turn this one around, though. Leshrak is in a bit of trouble as he's held on the front lines, and in comes the Ignis Sparta's catching on to 4. They're able to bring down Bignum. Maybe Palantimos as well, but he's going to turn around with the Chronosphere, but he's taking a lot of damage from the Radiance. He has got a time walk. He moves into the trees, TPing himself out. Barber trying to find him, and Tandyland is done. No, he can't. Not quite in time. Rubik goes for the zap instead of the lift and can't quite manage it. Meanwhile, Ush won't also be able to catch Pikachu, so a bit of a mistake there from 178 as they take a bad engagement, in fact. The first one in probably the game. That's going to narrow their net worth lead down to a very small amount. Probably going to lose it as the Alchemist continues to farm up. The mistakes being made. And Faceless Void is well on his way to BKB land, where he will be celebrating very, very much so, because it just allows him to get kills every time he's got Chrono. Meanwhile, in mid, oh dear, okay. See you later, Lich. See you later, buddy. That's another death for Happy there. I feel getting a little bit careless, and Observer Ward also just fed away to Ekanaut. Actually, Ush was the one who took that one with the Quelling Blade. Yeah, definitely a bit sloppy right now. There's Pikachu able to pick up the bounty. There's a Rubik on top of him, but actually they're ghost walking each other right now. The Doi
Dire's middle tower
going to be
is
seen
under
as
attack.
well. I wonder if he noticed. Yeah, Pikachu noticed that there was the footprints there. Ooh, blast come through there, initiating onto the Night Stalker, and there's the Epicenter as well, and that should spell an end to Petashar, although he's really, really tanky. He's actually surviving through this. Doesn't care enough about it, but the Burrow Strike is going to find him to get the return kill onto Goddamn. Now moving on to Serdoi. Ekanaut throwing in. He's got Will-O-Wisp in 2 seconds. Blasting them off the Sand King. Will now cast it down and holding them all together. But Plantimus pops a BKB, focuses on getting rid of the Ignis Fatus. Bignum on the run. Might get caught out by the Alchemist right now, who does actually have this BKB, but Plantimus finds the bashes onto Kotl. Now they look towards the big boy himself, and with the BKB running out, he has now exposed himself to the entire Dire team, and they will take advantage of him and bring down the big bad Alchemist and put themselves in a very nice position to try and push some objectives right now. Add us up. Creeps. Keep that influx of money coming into him. Looking for an Aghanims next. Do you have the Midas after the Spirit Vessel? I think he did, you know. Which is curious. Something I've never seen before. Petashara. Night Stalker pushing out bot. So, Pipe of Insight's kind of nice. I really like to see Solar Crest on Night Stalker. It just allows you to absolutely bully, even cause on the side of fights. But I mean, the pipe is important, and who else is going to buy? You know, you got to fill your duty as an offlaner. Farming up creeps with Tornado. It's kind of interesting. There's actually a fight breaking out right here. They fell out the Void. Void, though, he managed to get off the BKB, turns around with the Chronosphere onto 4 of them. Lich coming in as well. Oh no, the Ice Blast bouncing around the Chain Frost. It's turned into a complete disaster for Team Flower. And now Bignum finds a stun onto Ush as well. Ush, he's got no way out of this one. He's going to be dropping as well. That's going to make it 3. They're looking for more. Serdoi gets caught with the Cold Snap. He tries to burst strike through them all, but unfortunately, he only gets 2. And now the Tornado will blow him off the map. Pikachu gets a double kill. 4 heroes dead as the Void turns it around in a huge way. What a player, Palantimos, making it happen. And that was so close. So close to getting a clean pick off from Flowers onto that Void, but he pops a BKB and he turns it around just like that. 178 though, they're taking a very long time to go and, you know, find objectives after this. Being a bit lazy even. You should really look towards Roshan or something like that, but Lantimos, he's being chased once again. They want revenge for earlier, and they've got the stunlock coming through. Happy gonna try and come and chase in, though, and now Void can look to north. They're trying to grab the... Oh, no! Rubik Time Walk into the Tornado. Whoops from the air. Style points for that wordplay, but he is gonna go down all the same. Though Time Walk comes out again. Void's still chasing. Meanwhile, I think the Sparta's coming in. Patashara might be the first one to drop here, but not before he gets killed into Ekanaut. But meanwhile, Bignum, he's taking hits. Is able to get off a lot of magic damage before he goes down, but the Fade Bolt will finish the job, and now in comes Palantimos. He's got the BKB. He doesn't have a Chronosphere, but he's got right clicks, which he is sending the way off the Alchemist as the blast jump in between them, but Diora gets punched up. Ush is in trouble. Tornado coming through with a Void on the front lines. He's taken so much damage, but is able to time walk away. They won't finish him off in time. Or he can time walk back once again. Now, goddamn, looks on the sides here, but Pikachu will finish him off pretty quickly there. He's had a Spirit Vessel and a Cold Snap ready. Now maybe looking for more. Ekanaut's going to be the target. Void's able to get away. Maybe even come back into this one as Ekanaut's going to go down as well. Pikachu just finding pick-off after pick-off after pick-off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lantimos able to survive the whole thing as well, and the two heroes just hiding in the trees, waiting for their TPs. One escapes, and now the next will as well. Alchemist with a blink was able to come into the fight in a pretty big way and grab himself a kill, but unfortunately, doing one up here as well. Thinks that someone's going to come in for the bounty, really. He actually going to get it? Yeah, he did get it in time, but unfortunately, oh god. Oh no. Mistakes have been made. You got the bounty at least, but unfortunately stunning yourself in front of a Leshrac and a Night Stalker ready to kill you is not an ideal situation. So they're going to try and fight themselves up right now. There's Lich. Well, oh, careful, easy. Trill's trying to play around with Ush here, but he's also taking so much damage. And in comes Plantimos. Unfortunately, misses the Chronosphere onto Ush, so down goes the Lich anyway. At least they can grab the Rubik, which is an easy kill. Now, Ush, he's jumping himself out. He's going to be okay for the time being as he runs back towards the middle lane. The Doi makes it back to base safely. And Ekenart just went north and found himself a bunch of bounty runes over there on the top side of the map. All in all, I mean, 178 feel like they should be much further ahead than they are, but they're not playing objectives. They're just playing for kills. They're playing for fights. They're not going for Roshan. They're not going for buildings, which is my real problem with them right now. They're just fighting for the sake of fighting. And this isn't getting them enough. Not versus an Alchemist lineup. I mean, they have the tower push in Bignum as well. Like, they don't lack in that. So I don't know why they're not trying to abuse it. Still tier 1 on the map, for God's sake. I mean, these guys have been walking all over the flowers part of the map, but I mean, flowers haven't been doing too badly in terms of, you know, holding their own, but
Radiant's middle tower
especially up in this top lane, they definitely have been pushing back into 178 and not allowing them to take fights right under their towers to immediately turn to objectives. But they've also been winning a lot of fights in the bottom jungle, which then just turns into nothing, which is my biggest problem right now. You can take towers quickly, and they need to be taking towers. Ush is looking kind of tempting right now, but they need to get a silence on them. They don't want to go straight in with the Chronosphere, but they don't even have Chronosphere, so there's no way that's possible anyways. Ush is actually running forwards. They were running forwards, and there's a stun coming through. Landed onto two, completely blind. Now they're just going to grab both of them and bring them both down. Invoker and Happy just going to be taking a long nap, and now they look towards the Coddle as well. Coddle, well, he's alive for now, but gets punched up by Pato. Now, everybody turning around and looking towards the Night Stalker, but Night Stalker is able to get up to the high ground right now. It is nighttime, so he can just fly himself away quite easily with the Dark Ascension activated.
Radiant are scanning.
So a great initiation onto two heroes there. The blind stun onto two. Huge initiation. I mean, they saw them like a little bit there, but yeah, still massive. Unfortunately, they did, again, you know, just nothing really happening. I guess that's okay for Team Flower. You know, they can allow fights to come and go as long as they're even, just making more space for Alchemist. They're happy with that. 178 though. They need to be pushing for objectives. They need Roshan, I think. Next Roshan, 178. That's something I can definitely look toward taking. Look at the vision. This is a ridiculous amount of vision they've got on the top side of the map as well. You can tell they've really wanted to take this tier 1 for a very long time now. Look at this vision. This is ridiculous. This is too much vision, I'd say. I mean, if the Dai knew about this, they could just fight bottom side and Radiant would have absolutely nothing. They would not have any wards down. And I'm pretty sure they won't have any wards even stash. They've got so many on the map. Okay, I'm through it with an Arcane Rune. I mean, he hasn't really been doing much this game, but the Arcane Rune might make a difference. But he's been making space. There's the Aghanim Scepter as well. And towards max level as well. He's got the Cataclysm inside the Chronosphere. That's a fairly huge combo between these two. Lantimos will always have that backing him up whenever he goes for a Chronosphere. Double Sunstrike on every hero inside of it. Flower, they're all grouped up, ready to roll. This Forward Spirit, not gonna. Oh, Ekenai actually stops to attack it. I wonder if they're spotting this right now. They've seen the Leshrac on the run. The Invoker's here to back him up, and Sadoy might actually be the one in trouble, but Ush trying to make his way around the side of this fight and find a way into it. And now Barbara just going on the front lines, but there's your Chronosphere coming down. Where's the Cataclysm? He's stunned up. The Invoker's all controlled up, so he's just going to have to do it bare. But luckily, he hasn't really got much trouble taking down Ekanon on his own anyway. And down goes Sadoy as well, but Big Num's died on the front lines, and now the Alchemist looking towards Pikachu as well. Pikachu needs to run. The blast does come through onto the Alchemist, and Plantimos is getting the bashes to hold him back, but now they're closing the gap. Start wrecking at the Invoker. Invoker running away. He's actually able to survive on such little HP. The burns will not finish him off, and Plantimos still looking to fight into these cores right now, but I'm not quite sure that's a fight he can take. But with Invoker coming back in to save the day, Cataclysm coming down as well. He will end up dying. Faceless Void trying to bring down Ush. He's got a Time Walk available in 1 second. They still have to play around each other as they come in. The Time Walk, he doesn't have it. Ush wins. Ush gets the victory. TP's back to base. The one of 2 survivors, as the Night Stalker went to get bounty runes instead. This is a cluster of a game. 41 kills, the side of 178 in 30 minutes. Over double the kill per minute in this game. But still, no advantage. 178, they really do not have an advantage in this game. Struggling to take fights really badly now. Alchemist is a huge problem for them. And the Ember Spirit now, with his BKB, is going to be even more of an issue on their front lines. I'm worried for them. I don't think their Void is getting enough done. I don't think their Invoker is getting enough done. I think the Night Stalker is covering a lot of the bases, and Leshrac as well, able to get a lot of magic damage off in these fights. But yeah, I think they might be reaching the limits of this draft.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mist.
Radiant are
Radiance.
scanning.
Valkyries. Feeling much more confident on the side of Flowers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Leshrac just going to blast down some creeps in mid as well. Oh, yeah, okay. Faceless Void, okay. Bye. Okay, alright. Invoker, he's going to have a much easier time in this next fight. He's got himself a BKB, 10 seconds, ready to roll. He needed this a couple of items ago, in my opinion. I mean, this Midas slowed him down so much. I don't know why he got bloody Midas after the Spirit Vessel. That was such a weird choice, but whatever. We're here now. Let's deal with it. With this BKB, it means he's just not going to be bullied out of the fights by the Ember Spirit any longer. In fact, he can probably even turn around and kill the Ember Spirit if he tries that next time. So he's got this huge ace in the sleeve, which we'll see how that comes into effect. Lantimos just taken to the middle lane now. These creeps, they might realize that these creeps are getting affected by something invisible. And in fact, they have a sentry down as well. So, ooh, they actually let dust pop by Coddle. Yep. Thought he was coming his way. Got it wrong. Not super costly as Ember Spirit's farming up over on some neutrals. A178 though. Holding. They're just being very cautious, and now the smoke comes out. They really want to take a fight with this BKB on the Invoker. If they can take a fight, they can get Roshan. The network swings into the Flowers' favor for the first time in the game, and now jfshfh178 need to make something happen from this, and the scan just about runs out. Goodness me. I think that was a Dire scan, actually. Yeah, it was. Okay. That was their own scan, just checking their own high ground. And they're like, well, we can't find anybody. Might as well do Roshan. And Flowers, I mean, they're still trying to do some counter-gank stuff here. So they might realize that Roshan is going on, get their way over. It's not going to be a very quick Roshan from Jace178. Now Night Stalker pops out ultimate, just going scouting right now. He can't believe they're being given this fun for free, and they will not. They'll be making their way over, but it's too little, too late. Plantimos takes the Aegis. Is anybody showing themselves? No, they have not. So they are able to get themselves back. Flower would get a little bit fortunate in that the Roche goes down just before they get there, and they don't show. I'm pretty sure last game they got there to late, and they still got shown, and then it was just disastrous from there on out. But this time is not the case. Still really want to fight. I mean, now more than ever, they've got an Aegis. They want to go. Uh-oh. Rubik will be found here, but the full stop down the cliff is fairly nice. Can they keep on chasing this right now? I think they can. Do they have the vision, though? That's another question. Well, I'll see him. The Glimmer Cape runs out. And that's going to be an easy kill.
Time is money.
Had to work a little bit harder for it. Meanwhile, Big Num's going to go for this bounty rune. And, oh, God. Alchemist was thinking of going for it, then realized he was worth a little bit more than that. Meanwhile, oh, hi, Coddle. How's it going? My name's Lashrak. Here's a split up. Fuck you. And that is going to be Ekanart going down, and Plantimos looking for more, trying to find another pick off here, and that is going to be the Alchemist, but Alchemist has the BKB, allowing him to try and get away here, but they're going to drop the Chronosphere. No hesitation at all to do that, with the Cataclysm as well being committed. Doesn't really matter what they throw into this one, as long as the Alchemist dies, that is all that matters. Cooldown to be damned. And that's going to get them a real advantage in this game now as the Alchemist falls. They look towards the middle lane. They've got a catapult wave pushing in as well. It couldn't be better for jfshfh178. They can really start to do some damage with that. Oh yeah, Leshrak as well, by the way. Hi everybody, my name's Leshrak. I've got a spell called Diabolic Edict. Let me show it to you. It's pretty cool. It's not really taking them long to tear through these buildings right now. The Fortify is out from the Radiant. I don't have one to use, but they don't really need one. Plantimos can tank up the face. New creeps coming in. A fresh wave of recruits getting into the fire. Now, Coral respawns. Alchemist can buy back here, but they're pinging out Ush here. They really want to see if they can kill off this. Oh no, they blink forwards. They've got the silence as well. There's nothing Ember Spirit can do about this. He does have the BKB, which he can maybe look to turn this one. Now, well, Faceless Void in the middle of their faces right now. I mean, he's got a BKB if you want to pop it, but he might as well just lose the Aegis here. Yep, we'll do so. Now, is there any follow-up? I don't think so. Alchemist back in 5 seconds, and there's the Burrow Strike coming through. Faceless Void, he needs to pop this BKB now, and he does do so successfully. Now they're on the run. They have no Chronosphere. Pikachu, though, he's also getting caught out a little bit here as well. He's trying to wait for the Chakra Magic, but I mean, he's going to have to pop the BKB as also and get himself away. But meanwhile, in mid, the Catapults actually took the range barracks, which is a huge mistake from the Radiant. They really wanted those kills. I mean, I guess if they get him on a couple more kills, then maybe they can force buybacks or something bigger, but it's just such a huge risk just trading your range racks for that. And now there's going to be a passive advantage for 178 in the mid lane. Something constantly for the Flowers to be thinking about now. Happily blasting away at these creeps. Does anyone actually ever take the +1 Will-O-Wisp health count? That seems super duper garbage. Goes from 6 to 7 compared to 350 cast range. It works on wards, 4 stuff. Holy, it's so good. And then +1, what is it? 6 to 7. What percentage is that? It's like not much. Less than 20% increase.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Better shower jumping in, trying to go onto the Ember Spirit. He's going to force out the BKB, but now might need to force his own BKB as the blast coming through. Oh, he's good though. He's good. Ember Spirit. Oh, okay.
Radiant's bottom
Just throwing us a bit of a cheeky one there, making us think.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Bottom Shrine being beaten down by Plantimos. Get it, boy. Oh yeah, Bingham's going to come and sit next to it with the Edict as well.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Very nicely done. Ush is, also, he doesn't have his BKB right now, and they're just going to do the exact same thing again, but this time he's got no way out. He's got no escape from this, and this is your Ember Spirit going down for 100 seconds. He has got buyback, but it doesn't mean much right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now they're onto the high ground. This Void with the backtrack talent, by the way. Just mentioning that. Sadoi comes ripping through, and he's getting a lot of damage done. It's down to go on top of him as well. Plantimos, so he does manage to get off that BKB somewhere in all of this as the Chain Frost comes bouncing through the fight. Lich, though, he's getting beaten down by the Ember Spirit, but there's a Chronosphere with the Cataclysm, brings down the Ember Spirit for a second time, and he calls out the GG. Well played. Game number 2 will go the way of 178, and I think that might have been a little bit premature. Just gonna put that out there. I still think they could have probably could have defended that one, but I mean, when you call out the GG well played like that, the game is over. I honestly think that was a pretty unfortunate move. I don't think that was considered properly by the team beforehand, but nonetheless, the Ember Spirit gets taken down, Ush dies, and that's gonna put an end to the game. So jfshfh will be taking a victory. And that's the first 2 I've actually had in this group. So congratulations to them as they make that mark on Group B. Flowers, unfortunately, unable to keep up with the pressure, with the gameplay, with the violence, which 178 were able to put out onto them. So that is going to mean that they are the first team to also get 2-0'd, unfortunately. But, you know, there's still plenty of Dota to be played and plenty of opportunity to prove themselves against different, bigger and better teams as well. And talking to bigger and better teams, we now have Positive Guys versus Na'Vi. Well, that's not really the case considering they went 1-1 with 178 earlier on today. But still, Positive Guys versus Na'Vi. That's going to be coming up next. That is the pretty close game, I would say. I mean, they played a best of 5 against each other recently. And it went 3-2. So in Navi's favor, but these guys are very evenly matched, so I'm very excited to be seeing them playing. Of course, Pasha playing for Navi as well, so a lot to be on the line here. My name is Nomad. I'm going to be back in approximately, I'll probably call it about 10-15 minutes for the next game, and that's going to be Navi versus Positive Guys. I'll see you very shortly.